You're listening to Lexington Steele Live with Lexington Steele and Gianna Michaels. Right here on LA Talk Radio.
Hello. What's going on, people? This is the Lexington Steele Live show, and tonight we are without co-hostess with the mostest, Gianna Michaels. We have with us Miss Layla Price.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Layla, I literally spoke to Layla not more than an hour ago and said, hey, look, something has come up, and Gianna cannot join us tonight. And Layla was nice enough to join us in studio tonight. And we do have a guest who is making her way to the studio. We will have a Bella Danger in the studio. Now, have you ever met before?
No, I haven't. I've never met a Bella before. I've heard of her. I know who she is, but I've never met her.
Oh, okay. All right. So now I know people are going to be wanting to get at both of you guys. So just as a reminder, people, 818-570-5085. 57, that's 818-570-5085 to get in touch with the ladies here, including myself. And we do hope that Gianna's personal circumstance will take care of itself in the right way. We do hope her daughter is getting better. So hopefully the little angel
Yes.
pretty good within a day or two. So it is President's Day 2015, and that means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. What might it mean to you, Layla?
Oh, honestly, I mean, it's a holiday, but I don't know. Lately, it's been just another day to me. Like holidays, it's like, okay, it's just a Monday, it's just a Tuesday. It meant something when I was in school, but now when I do this business, it's like, okay, there's no such thing as a weekend, there's no such thing as a holiday because I work on those days.
Yeah. Well, the only days that people don't work on or no one's shooting on would be Christmas and New Year's Eve.
Got you. Yeah.
And maybe 4th of July. Well, no, Christmas, New Year's Eve, Thanksgiving were the three holidays that I know I personally won't produce on. And then also 4th of July.
I have performed on Father's Day. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, did the guy have you call him daddy? No, it's fine.
Honestly, I don't remember.
No. Father's Day. No, you know what? People will probably book on Mother's Day as well.
Right.
I wouldn't work. If I was in LA on Mother's Day, I would work. But I typically go home to New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
For Mother's Day. And that's one of the times that I make it back to the East Coast. So your man Lex Steele, who's from New Jersey, makes it back east about 4 to 5 times a year. So if you think you see me out there on the East Coast, it may actually be me.
And same thing with me, guys. I make it, but I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, also an East Coaster, and I go back there to maybe 3 times a year. So if you see a chick that looks like me, it most likely will be me. But then again, you never know. Speaking of the East Coast, it's cold as fuck over there. It's like
slammed.
Yeah, because I was talking to a couple of friends. I was talking to my dad, and they're like, "Yeah, it's like 5 degrees here." I was like, "Holy shit!" Because I don't ever remember it being that cold ever. And I was like, "Thank God I don't live in the East Coast anymore."
Yeah.
Because I was like, "Oh, it's like 90 here," and they're like, "I hate you."
Yeah. No, I speak to my mother today and the rest of my family over the last couple of days. It's like, and even you told me they said it in the Bmore. It was 5 degrees.
Yeah, it was 5
-3.
degrees. It's like -3 with the wind chill. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's crazy, but like, because my dad was telling me that they were having, there was like water, beer, soda, wine outside to cool off, and they just busted all over the place because it was so cold.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, my sister is out there, and God bless her soul, she's out there shoveling the snow in the driveway at our family's house. And,
Oh, damn.
her son, my nephew, he's in college, so he's not there to shovel the snow out there. And I guess they're getting hit with another
snowstorm.
wave
Yeah.
Weekend,
I heard it's
right?
like 8 inches or something.
That's coming throughout this week?
I think so, yeah. It's crazy.
But not to arrive. Wait, either it's not arriving until this upcoming weekend or it's arriving within the next day or two.
Probably not till the weekend, but I wouldn't be surprised if it comes
If it
through
arrives
earlier.
So at least, I don't know. I know that there's winter storm warnings for you people out there in the East Coast, in New Jersey, New England, New York, as they have been saying and reporting on CNN as well. If you don't need to be outside, please
Don't
stay inside.
stay inside. Yeah, they're telling people not to leave or anything, and it's crazy.
Well, and the thing is the less cars that are out on the road, obviously it'll be a lot safer, but the trucks that are out there plowing the snow are able to do their job a lot better and a lot more efficiently, and ultimately that benefits us all. So
Absolutely.
And I say us because we're both East Coasters. We just ply our trade,
Absolutely,
if you will, out here on the West Coast. Now, you're actually the last time you were on, Layla, you were on not too long ago, and thanks for coming in. You had a really cool hat that night. Now you have another cool hat this time. On the way into the studio, Layla and I were speaking about her hat because she always has these really cool hats. Can you tell us all the different things that are on the hat? Because I don't know how well people can see, but this is high definition, so people are probably able to see what is on your hat. Now there's a figure on your hat that looks
it's a bank robber.
He's a bank robber.
Yeah, the hat is from a designer called DGK, and I got it at a warehouse sale, and it was only like $10. And I was like, this is a cool fucking hat.
He's got a skateboard and a big dookie rope.
Yeah, and he's got a bag of money,
and
he's got a gun, he's got a mask on, and he's like robbing people. I saw him like, I got to get this hat. If you guys can't see, this is what it is.
It is. Now, it's funny because when I first saw it, I was like, wow, who's the black guy on your hat? And then I looked at it, it's a mask pulled over.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean? The brothers, always got to be robbing and stealing. So let me ask you this something. I mean, you're right for the B-more. And we could talk Triple X. We can do that, people.
We can talk about whatever you want.
No doubt. Feel free to give us a call at 818-570-5085. How close to exact was the epically famous show The Wire?
Yeah.
Was that like how close? I mean, were you familiar with that part of Baltimore? I mean,
yes, I was.
That existence is, how accurate was it?
No, it was very accurate. Basically, that's why it was such a great show, because it told real life, and it did stir up controversy about the city. And because I watched all 5 seasons. I mean, I was very young when they first started. I think I was about 11, I think. I want to say 11, or I was about 10 or 11 when they first started producing it. And then it ended when I was in high school. But it was just, I was very familiar about it. That was basically real life, told right in front of your eyes. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was The Wire was that was why The Wire was such a great show. But yeah, it was all, and I've had some experiences similar to that. So yeah.
Well, because I enjoyed it, and the thing about it is the way that the show was very violent, and it showed a very raw, maybe it was like an open nerve. Of the American psyche, the way it dealt with the drug game and so forth, and game in the urban environment. What's happening? Hot stuff. What's going? Nah, it's all good. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Miss Abella Danger joining us here in studio. Put that helmet on there, right there, sweetheart. Boom.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, we are good. What's going on?
I'm very well. I really apologize for being late.
No worries. I mean, we're here until 9:00. People, if you want to speak to Adela Danger, give us a call, 818-570-5085, here with Layla Price in studio. I can't believe it. So, would you like a water?
I would like some water.
Definitely. So make sure you talk right into that mic so people can hear your wonderful voice.
Well, I'm really happy that you're having me here today.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't seen you in a while, even though it was just yesterday.
Yeah, let me tell you something, people. Yesterday, right,
Mm-hmm.
I shot Abella with 2 guys, which had been Prince Joshua and Rico Strong.
Oh.
And a 2-on-1 scene with Abella. And it actually, it was a scene for a new movie that I'm shooting for a company. It's my first time shooting for a fairly new studio called Aeros Entertainment. That is AIREROSE Entertainment. Aeros Entertainment. Now, have you shot for them before that?
I actually have. I shot my first Boy Boy Girl with them. And
Well, your first ever?
my first ever. And then you actually shot my third. It would be my second, but I also shot it for Arrows, but for my first showcase, which is also for them.
Now, wait, I thought, okay, now when you say your first showcase, so people know exactly and precisely what that is, explain to us what a showcase is.
Well, a showcase movie is one DVD, usually 4 scenes, which all include one girl. And it's basically all about her. And most of the time, I don't know if this is how it's always been, but in recent years, they showcase, something new or a first, right? So for this showcase, I did my first ever double badge.
Ooh.
Ladies, you guys want to take a call this early?
Sure.
Yeah?
Why not?
Hello, call. This is Lexington Still Alive. Are you there?
Yes, what's up, Lexington? This is Reggie.
What's going on, Reggie? Talk to us.
Nothing much. I just had to call in because the beautiful Bella Danger's there. I was happy that she's here tonight. And Layla Price, she's always amazing and hot and cool.
Thank you, Reg.
You're welcome. And I just wanted to mention that you have some really sexy pictures, Layla Price, and Hustler XXX number 98.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you were aware of that. Yeah, they're really hot.
No, I wasn't. What is this again? Hustler?
Yeah, it was like a Hustler magazine. It's Hustler XXX, like triple X.
Oh, shit.
Number 98 magazine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got to check that out. I did not know that. Holy shit. I'm going to write that
Yeah,
down.
pretty cool.
Shot for them?
And
I did shoot for Hustler twice, actually.
yes.
I shot for
Yeah,
Hustler
it's
twice. I
really-
did Barely Legal for them, and then I did an anal scene for them about a year ago.
No, for the magazine. No, Reg, you talking about the video or the magazine?
No, it's actual magazine.
The
It's
actual
like an actual
magazine.
magazine that's out.
Huh.
So you can check out our lovely self and looking all
Oh.
amazing.
Bella, have
And
you ever shot
Bella
a magazine?
Danger, like I said, I'm a fan of yours. And
I
you
actually
have this
never
wonderful
have
big
gotten
booty,
the
and
chance
I
to
like
shoot
how
for
you
a
do those splits
magazine,
and
unfortunately.
you doing your scenes.
But fingers crossed,
Amazing.
that could change.
Well, Reggie, I just asked Bella if she's done a magazine. Bella hasn't done a magazine yet either. Layla, Reggie's pointed out she has done a magazine. Reggie, let me ask you something. Do you think, or do you find that girls, that you're finding your adult content still within magazines? I mean, how did you come across the magazine, whereas everybody's generally just going online to find a Bella or Layla?
Well, I mean,
From a
like
general
magazines,
consumer
of course. I
standpoint.
like pictures. They're always entertaining to check out, and I do like checking out the movies as well. But a lot of times with Hustler or the other ones, they also throw in movies as well. So sometimes you catch the live action as well.
Yeah, I think the
the
pictures, not to cut you off, I think the pictures that you saw of me, I think they were stills from like one of the movie sets I've done. Because
Right,
I never
exactly.
shot for the magazine themselves. I know they've been trying to get me in, like the guy that does the casting for Hustler magazine, he's a good friend of mine. He says to me like, oh, you come in. I'm like, I want to get more toned up first because, he likes my look. He says it's a good look, but I want to make myself look a bit better. So I think the stills that you saw were from, stills from one of the scenes I've done.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah, because I know there's a lot of them, definitely get them from the sets or whatever, like the
Yeah.
pictures before the scene or in between the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Absolutely, the pretty girls, yeah.
All right, well, look, Reggie, any more questions for the ladies?
Yeah, Bella, just what are the scenes that you may possibly want to do? Because like I said, I enjoy your look and your butt as well and your extraordinary, skills.
What do you mean by scene? What kind of scene? I don't really understand the question you're asking me.
Basically, what I'm saying is there any like fantasies or something that you haven't done that you want to do on set?
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do it my first time on camera, but I definitely can't wait for my first DP and my first gangbang.
Oh.
Gangbang is
nice.
definitely.
Wait. So of the 2-on-2 or the 2-on-1s you've done, there has not been a DP yet.
There has not been a DP.
We shot we did do anal yesterday, And we didn't shoot. That wasn't Ain't Seen No Shine yesterday. All right, well, Reggie, there you have it. She's waiting to do a DP and
Wow.
a gangbang.
That would be amazing. Yeah, I can't
You'll
wait to
see it
check
very
that out.
soon.
I can tell you're really fit. You're looking amazing there, your body, Abella.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, no doubt. Cool, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Totally.
All right, cool, bro. Thanks very much.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
All right, cool, Reg.
Good night.
Bye.
Night.
Bye.
So now, Abel, where are you from?
I am originally from Miami, Florida.
All right, so you're originally from Florida, and
Born and raised.
people, what we shot
I'm sorry to
yesterday.
interrupt you, but
What's
can
up?
we specify that it's Miami? and
Miami,
not Florida?
Miami, Florida.
No,
Miami, as in Miami.
the
Oh,
rest of Florida is like, whatever. I'm from Miami. It's like Miami.
okay, not Florida. It's Miami. Like Miami.
Miami girl for life.
Okay, all right. So it's Florida, which is a big state, the orange state, very popular, but you don't want to claim the state. You just want to claim Miami.
Exactly.
All right. So, okay, then let me ask you this along these lines now. Layla, have you been to Miami?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so collectively in the country, everybody thinks when they think of Miami, they think of one area, South Beach. So, is Miami all about South Beach, or is that just a myth? I mean, is there more to Miami than just South Beach?
Well, there is actually. I think South Beach is just the more renowned part, but there's also downtown Miami and Brickell, Coconut Grove.
I've heard Coconut Grove.
There's a lot of different areas that all offer a lot of different things that we all enjoy.
Yeah.
I can honestly say there's nowhere like Miami.
We say a lot of things that we all can enjoy. What might you be talking about? You know what? No, but Abel, look, you know what? You can't even drink yet. Abel, how old are you?
I just turned 19 in November.
Wow.
So you can't drink.
I can't.
But so I was gonna ask, because the reason
Legally, she can't drink.
right now I was gonna ask her about like going to some of the clubs in Miami. There's one club called Live.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
Live.
I've been to Live
You've been to-
actually.
right. That's like that's in movies, when you see movies and you see a party scene.
Yeah.
That's like, you're like, wow, where is that? Like, where the fuck is that party
Yeah.
at? Where's that club
Live.
at? Right?
I know
Live
Live.
is like the real life, party that you see in movies where you're like, that's such and such, and that's such, and then everybody's like having a great time and is incredibly attractive. But I know there's a number of places like that throughout Miami.
Yeah, I mean, there's also Club Space.
Yeah, I heard Space is
a lot
really
of
good.
people know
Now,
Space.
these are now Live is a regular club. Is Space a regular club, or is that a dance club?
It's more of like EDM, deep house.
Okay.
And this club is open until 12 o'clock in the afternoon the next day.
So it's like a
Wow.
rave.
Um,
Is it
it's I guess it's a rave because it's in a club, but it's
because those type of hours are rave-like hours.
It is.
well,
Duration
yeah,
wise.
it transitions more into a deep house ambiance after
Yeah.
like 2 o'clock in the morning, but it's 2 floors, so there's 3 different rooms. So the first floor, it's like hip hop and more rap, so it's like different.
And then they
ambiance.
have like electric or like dubstep
Yeah. EDM,
Okay, so you
electronic
gotta-
dance music. But
for like 3 hours.
is Mecca still around or is that closed?
Oh, I mean, Mecca was very popular
yeah,
once upon a
because
time.
I went to Ultra 3 years ago, and Mecca was like the spot to be because I was underage at the time, and Mecca was the only place I was 18 and up, so I got in there every night.
That's awesome. That's funny that you mentioned Ultra. It's my first time.
Yeah.
In, 8 years. Like this was supposed to be my 8th time going.
Oh,
I
no.
can't go. It sucks.
Damn it. That's
Well, so for people down there that live in the Miami area, this is one of your own that's here in studio. Now, okay, well, let me ask you this. And I mean, like, throughout, now you've been in the business how long at this point?
Um,
Only a few months, huh? Not
like
even a year.
like 5-6 months.
Okay. And this past avian was your first avian.
Yes.
So you came in at the right time.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
right? Close to-
yeah,
right?
it's cool.
How was avian for you this year? Like,
It was really fun. I got to meet a lot of very interesting people and meet a lot of people I've wanted to meet. And I made a lot of valuable connections, I guess. It was very fun.
Yeah. How was your time at AVN?
It was good. It was good. AVN was decent. That was actually my third AVN. I've been in the business for a little over 2 years. So, my first year at AVN was I was only like a month into porn, and I remember I only signed for 1 day, but then I shot the rest of the week. But it was, it's always been fun.
Yeah. Now, I know we spoke about this yesterday, people, when we were on the set, and the title of the up-and-coming picture that we were shooting yesterday is called Interracial Ambush, and it's directed by Lexington Steele, and it is for Eros Entertainment. So look for that coming. We have shot, I shot Jenna Ivory, who we've had on the show in the past, and then we had, of course, Bella Danger, and we're shooting Jodie Taylor on tomorrow, and Riley Reed on the 24th.
That's
right?
An amazing cast.
Yeah, all 2-on-1s. Right, and so Layla, next volume 2, I'm gonna have to get you in volume 2.
I'm down to do volume 2.
Now, ironically, people, Layla and I just shot just last week, and now we've been friends for a number of months now. But we shot at Orgy, and that was our first time 1-on-1 together.
We did. They were both great scenes. The Orgy was great. It was for Chris Streams, but I remember like when we were on set and that moratorium happened, we were just about to do the scene. I was like, son of a bitch. But then a week later we did it and it was phenomenal. And then this past week we had a good time too. We did anal and it was a blast, guys. It's a hot scene. Really hot scene.
And that was, and I don't even have the exact title for that movie. So I'll update you guys next week as to what title that will appear in. But speaking of, or having brought up the title of anal, we have another call coming in. I want to get into a little bit about, your approach to anal, because I know you've taken to it very, very early in your career, Bella. But let's grab this call and see what they're talking about out there. Hello, caller. This is Lex Live. We have Layla Price and Bella Danger. Talk to us.
Hey, what's up, Lex?
What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm great.
Hey, what's up, Layla and Bella? How you doing?
How are you? We're good.
Hey, I have a question for Layla. So, question. Sorry about that. Tonight, the adult porn stars representing our hometown of Boltsport, because we don't have enough porn stars that represent our city permanently. But we do have a couple. But nice to know that you're getting out there. So, launching actually right now are snowmowers and snow right now, but nice to represent somebody from B-Ward.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And I have a question for Bella. So I recently first saw you on a website that I normally subscribe to, Blackets.com. So how is it like doing those scenes?
Wait, I'm sorry. I
it's
didn't
very hard to hear.
I didn't understand your question.
Yeah, because I'm on my cell phone right now.
Yeah.
Could you rephrase that question?
I think he was asking how was the scene? How was the shooting for Blacked.com?
Oh, well, I mean, what part of it? It was all very amazing.
Wait, now you did one scene or multiple scenes?
I've done 2 scenes for Blacked.com. Okay. I did my first and second ever interracial for both for Blacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's getting a lot of big reaction in the industry, and I got a question for Lex. Why do you have to shoot for that site?
Why haven't I ever shot for Black.com?
Yeah.
Well, no, quite honestly, I it's never occurred to me that I haven't. I mean, I have a number of production. I have 3 companies of my own: Mercenary Pictures, Lexington Steele Productions, and now my responsibilities with Eros Entertainment, as well as Dreamscape, or Dream Zone rather. So I have a number of, whether I'm in front of or behind the camera, but it never occurred to me that I had not shot for them. There's a number of companies that I have not shot for either. And I think I will say that what they're doing has been very well received, and I wouldn't say that they need Lexington Steele in their productions. I mean, they've got a host of very capable brothers that are holding it down. So
the talent they use is amazing.
Yeah, so they don't, they don't, they don't need me.
And I actually don't get a lot of new girls that were introduced for the first time in the industry. It's a very good website, and Yeah, very good. So,
Yeah.
Layla, do you have any up-and-coming movies coming up that we need to know?
I do. I've been shooting a lot this month. Like I said, I got a hot scene coming out with Lex probably in the next 2 or 3 months.
No, that'll be out sooner. That will be
Sooner?
out late March, early April.
Okay, then
Yeah.
well, yeah. I mean,
Oh.
I'm actually shooting a lot for a lot of companies. I just shot with Lex. I I got quite few great projects. I think you'll be very pleased. I can't say no more, but you'll be very happy.
And are you planning to come back to Baltimore to feature dancing pretty soon?
I
Our
would.
hometown again?
I would love to. I'd love to. I just have to find the right club that will host me because I know a lot of the girls that go to Baltimore to feature dance, they go to Fantasies, and I'm sure you and
Fantasies,
you and I
Hustler
both know
Club.
Fantasies is not a good club. Not to shit on them, but
Yeah.
I've danced in Baltimore for years, and Fantasies is not a great club to dance at. I know.
Yeah, and also the block and other strip places around there, and because the block is a famous
The
historic
block.
area in Baltimore.
Oh yeah, I started my dancing career down there at 19.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's a historic. If you ever plan to come to Baltimore, Lex, it's a really good club, you know.
Ah.
Oh,
Yeah, but,
I've told Lex all about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd go down there very soon.
It's been I call it. Thanks very much, man. Thanks very
All right,
much.
thank you. Have a
Thank
nice
you.
night.
All
You
right.
too.
You know what? It's been a long time since I've been in the Baltimore area. I have family in D.C.,
Yeah.
which has been the closest I've been
Okay.
to that area in a number of years, especially going there this time of year. I would go to Miami in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
You know, is there what's the next convention that's happening?
Well, the Winter Music Conference is happening next month.
No, but Triple X, what is Erotica, Exotica.
Exotica, I actually don't know. I've never been to one.
I heard Exotica isn't doing Miami anymore. Like I heard they shut down because they just weren't making money. I know because I went to the Exotica about 2 years ago in Miami and I lost money there. I could not sell shit there. So I think they just weren't making enough money down there in Miami.
It's that the people in Miami are all really hot, so they never feel the need to masturbate.
Yeah, exactly.
There's not a lot of porno
Really?
fans. All the porn people, how many porn girls are in Miami? You
A
know?
lot. Well,
Plenty.
So that kind of takes away from
well,
the
okay.
fans.
Now I heard as far as with Miami, there's so much to do, right? There's so many reasons to be outdoors. Why do you want to go inside
Well,
to see the same adult stars? Because there's a number of conventions out there, more than there have been in years past.
right, but
So it's a saturated type of thing now.
I feel like the conventions do better in really random cities that no one goes to.
well, actually, we got a DollCon coming in LA, and LA's like similar to Miami. You know, there's always something to do in LA.
Right.
But we have such great fans. Like a DollCon's coming up, and I worked at a DollCon 2 years ago, and I made so much money there. But I think what it is, in Miami, I don't know, they have a certain attitude, especially the guys. I know because I've dated guys in Miami. So
What's the attitude of a guy?
They're very pretentious and narcissistic.
no, well, basically,
because everybody's in good shape. They feel that
I feel like most of them are. I feel like the guys are much attractive there than in LA.
well, also too, I don't think it's that. It's just their personalities. Like Miami. Listen, no offense to my Miami fans. I'm not saying all of you are like this, but a majority are like this. From my experience, they kind of have an attitude like. They're really conceited, very egotistical. Like, if you say, oh, I'm a porn star, oh, I'm a model, or oh, I'm an actress, they'll be like, all right, whatever, you're a dime a dozen. They're very jaded too.
Well, is that because there's so many wonderful women down there that
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I
it's a
really
dime
do.
a dozen
I
to
think
get a hot girl. Or see a hot
honestly,
girl.
I know so many hotter girls out of porn than I do in porn, and they're like all in Miami.
Yeah.
It's really I'm not even joking.
So there's been a few
Like if-
studios that have done well, gaining footholds in Miami, right? Bang Bros,
Reality Kings.
Bang
Mofos.
Bros took my pornginity. So
Who did? What?
Bang Bros
Bang
did.
Bros.
Nice.
Yeah. Then what was the other one? Reality Kings.
Reality Kings is down there. Mofos is down there.
Mofos.
I think Score Group's down there too.
So now
and
have you worked
Naughty
for,
America's back there now. Actually.
Oh, really?
So they were in Vegas. They had moved to Vegas. Now they're have a branch in Miami as well.
They have a team in Miami as well
Okay.
now.
So
Nice.
it seems there's enough talent in Miami that a girl or a guy doesn't necessarily need to leave Miami to get a good position in Triple X, or what do you think?
Not, I completely agree with you. I feel like they will be able to work consistently, but I feel like if you really, it depends what your goal is. If you just care about making money, yeah, you'll still make money in Miami. But I feel like in order to get your name somewhere, you have to come to LA.
Right.
Yeah, that is true because like I've heard like the lifespan of a porn star in Florida it's a lot shorter than the LA porn star.
Yep, I agree.
Because like with they shoot you like 2 or 3 times and that's it. Well, most girls, not all though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's crazy. There used to, before both of you got into the industry, there was so many studios that you could shoot. A number of scenes in a given month. I mean, it didn't matter. There was just always something happening. But I just have noticed that Miami does have a lot of talent, and a lot of the people, male and female, that come to LA, they do very well because they're already experienced. They're like yourself. You knew what you were doing when you arrived to Los Angeles, correct?
Yeah, I'm not saying oh yeah, but I'm definitely glad. I'm definitely glad that I started in a more amateur environment. I feel like I would have like if I would have done my first scene in LA with even the talent, like the male talent with a talent from here, I would have felt much more intimidated. Yeah. But then again, my first 5 scenes were with my boyfriend at the time, so I was gonna be comfortable regardless.
Well, LA's without question is the big leagues. This is the major leagues, a Triple X. Even in regards to whether it's Brazil or Europe or Asia, everybody does matriculate to Los Angeles if they want to, or take their name to the highest level of presentation. Now, Layla, had you done any adult prior to coming to Los Angeles out of Baltimore?
Not really. No, the only adult thing I've ever done was like stripping basically, but I haven't like shot a porn scene before I came to LA.
Okay.
So I started my career here in LA. I didn't even know porn was shot in Miami till like I got 6 months in. I thought LA was the only place to go.
Well, there's also Vegas is popular.
Yeah.
New York.
New York's really underground, though. It's like super, super underground. Yeah. I mean, it's there, but very few people. It's like a secret society or something.
Well, San Francisco as well is also
popular. Yeah, for kink, yeah. Kink. Oh,
man. Yeah, man, let me tell you something. People, I had this wonderful girl named Bella Danger, and I was salivating at the opportunity to work with her. And then to my chagrin, that morning it was called off. And I had to say, okay, so the next time that I see Bella, she was going to be in my production in which I was not to be working with her. I was just going to be shooting her, or, not just shooting her, but
not having his penis inside of me.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you want to put it like that, I was like, but it was good to have you to watch what you do. So when we do get our scene in, I'll know precisely what to expect. You won't know what to expect, but I'll know what to expect.
Wow.
So by the time Layla and I shot for my production, we were just waiting to get a chance to do it together.
Absolutely.
Just one-on-one without somebody, which is fun too. Orgies are fun.
Oh yeah, orgies are a blast. I remember that orgy in particular. I did an airtight. That was great.
Now, people may not know what an airtight is, so explain to everybody.
I didn't even know what it is.
Airtight.
Okay.
You don't know.
You don't know what an airtight is?
You may have done it by now. No, you haven't. Well,
no, she hasn't done a DP yet.
Tell her what's an airtight.
Okay, an airtight is when you have 3 dicks in you, 1 in your mouth, 1 in your pussy, 1 in your ass at the same time.
Oh, gotcha. That does make sense.
Yeah.
Airtight.
Yeah.
So what is going through your mind at the moment you realize that you are indeed airtight?
Oh, I love it. I have all this bliss, and I love it. I love getting all my holes filled. I remember, I think it was LT was on the bottom. He was in my pussy. Rico Strong, he was in my ass, and then you came over and stuck your dick in my mouth, and I was like, yay! Oh, yeah. And then all the girls were crowding around watching, like, holy shit, that's cool.
It's a fun time by all.
Yeah. It was fun.
No, but what I want to know is I want to get into the nitty gritty of it, right, Avella? So, what is when you're in those situations? Is there any area, whether it's your mouth or your pussy or your ass? Is there any area that's really sending the most stimulus that do you find yourself focusing on the BJ, the vaginal, or the anal, or it's just
You know what?
sensory overload.
It's just sensory overload, honestly. That's really what it is. But like where I get the most stimulation is probably my ass, and then like it's really overwhelming.
Abel, do you have a preference for vaginal or anal sex?
I think I prefer anal.
Me
Is
too.
it
I prefer
really?
anal as well.
Okay, now circumstances of DP, double penetration.
Wait, can I continue? Okay. But it depends with who. So it depends with your penis what I like more. But if I'm like masturbating, I like to please myself anally. But I can't just like
Yo, you are
enjoy-
the first girl I've ever heard say that you jerk off in your ass.
I do too, Lex.
Really?
I just
can't
never told you.
masturbate without something in my ass.
Me
Like,
too.
what
I'm the same
So,
way. I like to
okay.
have a butt plug in my ass and the Hitachi on my clit.
I was about to say, so is there does the clit you've forgotten about your clit at this point or what?
No, I okay. In order to have an anal orgasm,
Right.
I have to have like some clitoral stimulation.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Me too.
But the actual like orgasm that you get from an anal orgasm is like so much more intense
Wow.
than the clitoral orgasm, but it wouldn't happen without the clitoral stimulation.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It's certainly enough. Yes. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Now have you found that your friends are asking you for expert advice already? I mean, like, no, right? Because once you go pro, people assume that you are an expert.
Oh yeah,
And by way of experience, we really are.
Valentine's Day, actually, I had my ex-boyfriend's sister tell me that she was going to try anal.
So what'd you tell her? Tell her, she's got to prepare.
Yeah, I told her, you are not going to get a penis in your butt tonight.
Why not?
Because she has a very tight little ass. Well, she never touched it or anything. And this guy's penis was, rather large. And, I'm
It was
going to...
regular civilian large or porno large?
No, I'm gonna say it's civilian large. I'm not, because I don't really know.
Okay? Well, would you consider Rico strong, civilian large, or porno large? Or is this human being
he's
large?
porno long. He's porno long.
Yeah.
He is pretty long, Rico. Yeah.
He's very, very long, but it's fun. I think I said, no, it's like it's yesterday when I was like, I told Rico, I was like, sucking your dick is fun. It makes you want to throw up.
yeah.
Did he like that? Did he like that comment? Or was it stroked his ego a little bit? I'm sure.
No, Andre was shooting BTS at the same time, and Rick was like, "Wait, did you get that?" Like that was like the best line of the day.
Nice,
It's
nice.
funny. But yeah, she like I said, I wouldn't want to tell her, just use a whole bottle of lube and put a plug in before, and then pray that it doesn't hurt. I explained to her what I did to prep for anal. So I mean,
Well, Layla, you prepped for anal. You had the butt plug before we shot our scene together.
Yeah.
For Lexington Steele Productions, Evil Angel, just last week. You had a butt plug in preparation for our anal for how long before the scene?
Couple hours.
Now, the night before, some girls are known to sleep with a butt plug in.
Yeah, for some reason
night
I
before.
can't fall asleep with a butt
Okay.
plug, but what I do is like if I have an anal scene coming up, this is how I prep for anal. I don't eat 2 days. Well,
2 days.
Well, technically I could have breakfast, but I prefer to play it safe because
Right.
I want to avoid having an accident,
Right.
and I'm very weird about that. So I'm just like, okay, let me just not eat for 2 days, drink water. I mean, technically I could have Jell-O and gummy bears because it just passes through your stomach, and then I'll anally masturbate the night before, put the butt plug in, to take it out for a couple
Not for
hours.
nothing, that sounds so raw. I will
Yeah.
anally masturbate.
Yeah, and then the morning I wake
before.
up, I put the butt plug in my ass, I'll drive to set, be in
Yeah.
the makeup chair, and just,
And
stretch
just
out.
be chilling. I mean,
Yeah, just chilling. It's fun. I can walk around with the butt plug in my ass all I want.
What about you, Belle? Do you prep with a plug?
I prep, but not like that at all. I guess we all have different ways of prepping.
Yeah.
I mean, I basically prep for anal every day because I drink psyllium husk 3 times a day.
Now for those that are uninformed, including myself, what is that?
Psyllium husk is a fiber, and what it does, taking it 3 times a day, every day, it makes all your feces solid. So it stays all in your intestines, and you're able to clean out with literally like one enema. You just have to clean out that part where the penis goes. You don't have to clean out your intestines because all your feces is solid, so it's never gonna like slip through.
Okay.
I actually did a scene. And
you see, you learn so much on Lex Live. I mean,
it was crazy.
You know.
I actually did a scene. I didn't prep nothing. And my male talent thought it was cute to randomly stick his penis in my butt.
Randomly, just, I mean,
Yeah,
like,
he didn't
slip it
even
in, like,
ask.
oh, shit, I'm sorry. Ooh,
He didn't ask permission. He fucked the shit out of my ass, and I had no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, that's happened to me before. I've had guys, well, this was like after the scene, like the scene, I shot a boy girl and a girl in the same day, like day before I shot with you. And when I did my boy girl, the male talent that I worked with, we did a boy girl, but then like, you know, he like put it in my ass a little bit off camera, and it just like went right in. Nothing came out, none of that.
Well,
nice.
Yeah.
I felt so dumb because I learned this from my fellow Spiegler sister, Carter Cruz.
Who was the Carter Cruz one?
Best New Starlet.
Yes, she did.
Okay.
She was Best New Starlet from XBiz and AVN, and she also won Best New Actress. Best Actress, period. Okay, so she told me this, and I wish I would have known this for my first 2 anal scenes because I starved the day before. I cleaned out the night before, the morning before, the scene before, and that wasn't even necessary. I've had anal sex since taking the psyllium husk and like not had any incidents.
So the way
since.
it forms within your body, once you evacuate, it's gone.
You're literally always clean. Like I wake up and I like go to the bathroom like 4 times a day.
Yeah.
But you have to take it a lot. Okay, and then also I use an inflatable butt plug.
Somewhat like what
nice.
you use.
Yeah, I use an inflatable butt plug, and I never keep it in. I just inflate it really really big while I'm using the Hitachi, and then I go to the toilet and I push it out. I don't deflate it and then pull it out. I like push it out, so then it like stretches out because I talked to my doctor about it, and I told, this is really weird, but like me and my guy have conversations about me being in porn. So I asked her all these weird questions, and she was like, never leaving a plug for a long period of time because it's like when you have a rubber band for your hair. That's exactly how she explained it to me.
I wouldn't know too much about that, but I'll take
when you have a rubber band,
right.
when you have a rubber band, it could tie around, it could stretch, and then you tie it around, and then it stays tight. But if you have a rubber band and you're constantly holding it open, the elasticity goes bad.
Okay, it begins to crack and tear. Okay, so or easily tears. Okay.
Yeah, not so much tearing, just loosening.
Okay.
You know, it's like, so I like stay away from keeping it in a long time. But yeah, that's what I do.
Well, now we have to make a distinction. I mean, and the wonderful thing about what we do here on Lex Live is we have no problem getting into the minutia and the details of certain things that are all things sexual. Now, there is a distinction between the stretching of the sphincter and the stretching of the anal cavity. Now, what your doctor might have been speaking of directly would be an overexertion of the sphincter muscle by leaving it dilated. Whereas if you're looking at the anal cavity is prepared or is a chamber, if you will, and of course can stand to being filled to capacity.
Yeah, like once you get past that,
the sphincter muscle,
it's like
right?
It's like huge in there.
It's like it opens up
like
like
really
it opens up good,
and it's so deep, like it's like it
no, you can't reach the bottom. It's literally bottomless. I mean,
it's all yours. Oh my gosh.
No, not for nothing. But I was working with, you know what? I know factually, and I'm sure you ladies have experienced this as well, where men have entered into your cervix and into your uterus.
Yeah.
Quite literally, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could feel it in your stomach. Like when a guy's like pounding me, like, I can feel it. It's like, woo.
Well, the pounding would just be an exertion of continued pressure. I'm talking about literally entering the uterus by way of the cervix. I've done that. I've been there.
Yeah.
But one thing I experienced, you're not too sure because you haven't experienced it.
Wow.
We'll make that happen, though. You know what I'm saying? But with
I've
the anus,
experienced it.
I was working with Jada Stevens, and I think I went beyond her anal cavity. And I really feel like I entered her small intestine. It was quite a different feeling.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What did it feel like exactly?
For me, it felt like going from a rainforest, the tropical rainforest that would be the feeling during anal sex as well as vaginal sex, into maybe a stovetop oven.
Oh.
Where like that, when you get into that deeper chamber, the body temperature is much more evident.
Oh, damn.
See what I'm saying? So it literally feels like you're going from, it's like hot and wet into just super hot and dry, no wet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And it was an uncomfortable
Not for me.
sensation?
No, it was fantastic. And she actually enjoyed it. I'm sure she enjoyed it.
Oh, I'm sure
Very
she
much.
enjoyed it.
Well, she didn't complain. She definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, it's, so it can happen. So, I don't know. People, you learn. I'm learning tonight here on Lex Live. Now, both of you really strike me, and I'm sure many of you out there, as your all-American young lady in the United States. How do regular women like yourselves, who are very beautiful, how does it happen that you get introduced to adult media, at an earlier age than perhaps girls from my generation were introduced to it? Mm-hmm. I mean, was had online media access to Triple X? How early were you guys accessing Triple X media that was leads you to get into it before your age of 20?
Like as far as like watching porn, like I saw my first pornographic film, I think when I was in middle school, but I knew who Jenna Jameson was when I was a little kid. And I'm talking, I was like 7, 8 years old. Mm-hmm. Like I watched an interview on MTV and I had no idea she was a porn star. I thought she was some kind of actress or model. And I was like, she had all these nice things. She was beautiful. She had this great life. And I was like, shit, I want to be like that. Mm-hmm.
Well, nothing drew me to porn besides really just a crazy coincidence. But I watched my first porno when I was 11 years old, and it was Barely Legal number 54. And
that was Barely Legal, right?
Yeah, I did the Barely Legal.
Yeah, and that
line.
was
which one did you do?
I did 141, I think it was.
You did 54. You watched for
Barely Legal number 54.
And you told me that was with. You told me, but that was you watched.
The first penis I ever saw in my life.
Wow.
Was whom?
Derek Pierce. He is still in the industry, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and you went on to meet him somewhat recently.
I went on to meet him. It was really funny. When I first became a Spiegler girl, Spiegler would take me to some of the girls' sets. So he took me to Asa's Wicked set.
No, wait. Spiegler is Mark Spiegler. Spiegler Girls is one of the most popular adult talent management agencies in Los Angeles. And when you went to whose party was it?
I went to Asa Akira's Wicked set.
Asa Akira, for one of her productions.
Yeah,
Wicked Pictures.
It was actually for Brad Armstrong.
Okay.
It was his set, and she was shooting that day.
Okay.
And I went in to meet him and to meet Asa as well. And some guy sat next to me, and he said hi, and I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And we left that set, and I was telling Spiegler this exact story about how my first penis ever was in a porno, and he's like, "Hey, why don't you look up the cast to see if he's still in the industry?" So I searched it, and I was like, "Oh, it's this guy named Derek Pierce." And he's like, "Derek Pierce? You just met him today." And he was the guy that I met that sat next to me on that set. It was so crazy to me.
Well, Derek's a good dude. He stays in great shape. He's a personal trainer as well. He said, I know he trains quite a few people in the industry, and he's a triathlete as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I feel like I've known him forever because I stared at that same porno for so long.
Well, he probably looks better now than he did then because, I mean, I think he was probably pretty thin versus now he's looks like a pro athlete or something.
Well, I mean, I haven't seen him recently, but good for him.
No. I know Derek's a good athlete, but it's funny. Girls refer to guys in different ways. You like to use the word penis. Now, have you ever found that that might you want to use any? What other words do you use when you describe the guys? Like what are your favorite? How do you describe How do you say it?
Like penis,
Yeah.
I say dick, cock.
And what words do you use?
Penis
Yeah.
or BBC.
No doubt. No,
I've used dark meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like the use of the word penis when especially in the because it's different. You get so used to hearing.
Dick, cock.
Yeah.
I don't
whatever.
like dick and I don't like cock.
Uh,
Because I always say that person's such a dick. Like, I always use
Yeah.
it to describe, like just an annoying
so
person.
then, how would you use the word cock?
I don't like cock. It sounds like a rooster.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Yo, we got one more call. Let's take one more call before we get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
No, we didn't get that one. Is that still there? They left out of. So what about being the cast as the girl next door type? Have you guys ever had to deal with that?
Yeah, I have dealt with that. Like I said, for Barely Legal, I did that. I've done a couple where it was like girl next door, and it's crazy because it's like I didn't think that was really popular in porn. I thought the whole porn star look was popular. People were like, no, we like girl next door, stuff like that. So yeah, I've been cast in those types, and I fitted pretty well, But some of the clothes that they maybe wear kind of like not my style, but whatever.
Yeah. Do you like the girl next door portrayal or?
I like being as natural as possible. So anything that's along those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the makeup the other day was not my favorite. But
What, on my set?
yes.
Well, thank you for being so honest. You look
And my
fantastic.
and my hair. I hated my hair.
Yeah, but it looked very good leaving
oh,
the
I know
chair.
it looked. Oh, I'm sure.
Leaving the makeup chair, it looked great.
Don't
By
get
the
me
time
wrong. I'm sure it looked great.
Yeah, it looked great.
Like, I'm sure it looked great. It's just not my preference. I'm so like obsessed with how like natural beauty.
Yeah.
Oh,
No
it's
kidding.
just so amazing.
Hello, caller. This is Lex Live. We've got a few minutes. Talk to us real quick.
Hey, what's going on, Lex? Ladies, how y'all doing?
All right.
Good.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. Layla Price, I just wanted to tell you I've been a fan for yours for a minute. You are so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. That's really sweet of you.
All right. And Bella, I just found out about you probably about 3 weeks ago. Hey, the ass is real, baby. You are doing that. You work that ass.
Well, I thank you. I will keep doing so just for you.
Oh, damn.
Oh, it is something else. You can head on out real quick, Lex. Something.
No, well, we're going to get out here in about 5 minutes, but do you have any questions for the ladies?
Yes, I just wanted to tell you both you're doing real well. I love your work you're doing. Once again, Bella, I saw you on, black.com. I was like, who is this new chick? And then to find out you're a little youngster, you're a little young tender.
I'm a little
You are
baby
cutie,
still.
though.
Thank you.
I like both of you ladies. Keep it up. Keep up the good work, and I'll let y'all another time.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Have a
All right,
nice
you
night.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, bro.
All right.
All right. So, have you guys gotten into meeting men from different media, like athletes or actors?
I have.
Yeah. And now, are they cool or are they pretentious as well?
Honestly, it depends on the person. It's just like with porno. Like some people are cool and humble. Others are, they let the fame get to their head and they act divish or whatever. So I think it just depends on the person themselves.
Mm-hmm. You ever meet any athletes or actors
Well,
yet? Because we do travel in some of the same circles. Like some of the parties, you'll be like, "Hey, that's so."
I mean, I'd rather. It depends how the person knows me because I've met actors and I've met athletes that know me as before porn,
Right.
and then there are the ones that know me like after porn, and it's really crazy. People just like see you differently. Like I thought this guy, I went out this Saturday and I thought he was so hot, this civilian guy. But I mean, I was in sneakers and a dress and a jean jacket. Like I did not want to meet anyone that night. And I was like, this guy won't look at me twice. And I was even thinking to myself, if he knew I did porn, he would like immediately be obsessed with me. But I just like stayed quiet because I was like, no, that's like wrong.
You don't want to give them the satisfaction.
Yeah.
Well, hey, come next week, you're gonna see him again. He's like, a Bella Danger, and he will have rubbed one out about 15, 11 times before he sees you again.
Oh.
I guarantee
No,
it.
he needs to save that cum for me.
People, she's not telling a story she's not lying. Trust me on that one. I hear that.
Just a little bit of a cum slut.
You know, I don't know. You know, all of us have worked in this industry. You guys are very short time compared to my time in the business. But one of the things that does happen is it can change the way you approach sex in your personal life. Any changes or effects in your personal life sexually since you've been in the industry?
Well, I mean, honestly, when I got into porn, I started a little over 2 years ago. I didn't think I'd be doing anal. I didn't think I'd be doing DPs, all the crazy shit. Like, I did a crazy anal scene for Jason. You saw the box cover, the cream dreams, the whipped cream enema. I never thought I'd do stuff like that.
Now, whipped cream enema, before people may not be familiar with what that is, explain that in brief.
All right, well, here's how the scene played out. I was an elf, and I worked with Kelsey Monroe.
Okay.
She was
You have ears, too?
Huh?
You have elf ears?
Yeah, I didn't have the elf ears up. I was a little elf but she was my Christmas present. Long story short, she sprayed whipped cream into my ass, and I pushed it out into her mouth, all over her body. She did it vice versa to me, and then there was one part where we had gingerbread cookies, and she had the gingerbread cookies out, and I spread my ass, shot the whipped cream on the gingerbread cookies, and we ate them and shared them.
So you literally had a triple X cookies and cream.
Absolutely. it was hot, yeah. But I never thought I'd do stuff like
graham crackers, you'd have a great s'mores.
I know, but I never thought I'd be doing stuff like that. So, but I definitely would try to, off camera stuff. I just never thought I'd be so into anal. Now it's like I love it.
Right.
I love anal. Like I'd rather do it over vag any day.
Has your personal sex changed at all?
I don't feel like my sex life in my personal life has changed because I do not have sex in my personal life. I just feel like I've gotten a lot more curious with my sexuality and mostly with BDSM. I am very, very, very into BDSM, and I never thought I would be.
Now, BDSM, for those that are maybe uninformed, that would be?
It's bondage, submissive, dominance, masochism.
Okay.
And it's basically a lot of fetish and bondage. And this past week, I was at King for 2 days straight, getting very tortured. And it was amazing. I earned the title of a pain slut.
Ooh.
So,
Well.
Now, are you trained to be a submissive?
I'm a switch. I was
Okay.
originally a dom. I never wanted to be a sub until one day someone told me that all the best doms were once a sub.
That's what I understand, that you have to learn the other side of it.
Of course. I mean, how am I going to know how to hit someone if I don't know how it feels?
Right. I'm the same way. I'm a switch too, but I worked for King last weekend too, and I took a fist in my ass for the first time. It was actually pretty intense. I loved it.
Now, explain how that took place, because I know you told me about that, but people would love to hear how that actually occurred.
All right, well, here's what happened. I did the upper floor, and it was me, Marco Banderas, Penny Pax, and Aiden Starr. Aiden Starr was our dom, and Marco was the male performer. Well, it was a 3-part. It was a part 1, part 2, part 3.
But the hand, tell me about the fist.
All right, well, hand. Here's how I was positioned. I was in doggy. I was facing Marco. Marco was fucking Penny, and Penny was underneath of me.
Underneath you, right.
Yeah. So Aiden says, "Here, use this vibrator." And I thought she wanted me to use it on Penny. So I put the vibrator on Penny's clit. And then the way she took her hands were like the size of mine.
About the size of yours, right.
So she started with like 2 or 3 fingers. And then she slid the pinky in, then the thumb, and then bam.
Now, this literally is this is your ass.
2
fingers, then 3.
Then 4. But I didn't know she had a fist in.
Now, was there a differential between fingers 3 and 5?
Yeah, I felt it get a little bit thicker, but I thought she had a toy because I couldn't really see. I didn't know she had her fist in my ass until Stefanos, he was the host of the party.
Okay.
He says, "We got a fist in the ass," and then I was just like, "Holy shit!"
The pronouncement was alerted the whole room. There's a fist.
Yeah.
In the ass.
Yeah, and everyone was clapping and
no doubt.
yelling, like, they were like, "Congratulations!" They were like cheering for me.
That's amazing, because that was the first time you actually had you were full on fisting. Now, how far did she get her hand?
Right here.
Wrist deep.
Wrist deep.
That's fantastic. Now, Abel, have you ever, have you ventured towards the full 5-finger intrusion?
I think I'll do a double anal first before.
Okay, double
I try to put a fist in my butt.
or DP will take place first, ideally, and then
Yes, a DP will take place first.
your ass is exclusive, right? I'm sorry, you have an exclusive deal on anal scenes.
I do.
Currently.
Right now, Brazzers owns my butthole.
Okay, so they have exclusive contract for only anal scenes with a Bella Danger for them.
Yes, my first 3 anal scenes all belong to Brazzers.
I'm gonna have to muscle myself in there, man. Flex
Well,
some muscle.
Let me give you a heads up. My anal contract ends March 13th.
See what I'm saying? Well, that's on the calendar. All right, so let's make sure people know where to find you, lovely ladies. Layla, can you tell us first where people can find and follow you?
My Twitter is at Layla Price, XOXO. Follow me, and I will be sure to follow you back.
I like that sound. Annabella Danger.
You could find me on Twitter at Abella_Danger. And no, I'm probably not going to follow you back. I'm just kidding.
Wait, do you do Instagram as well?
I actually don't.
I don't either. Twitter's my only social account.
None of the pictures I want to post.
Oh, yeah, because they have so many
Twitter
rules you
friendly.
can't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Okay.
some girls do it, but I can't.
I can't either. I'm not a fan.
All right. Well, ladies, thank you for joining us tonight here. This is the Lexington Live Show.
Thank you.
On latalkradio.com. So we appreciate you guys joining us here. We're here every Monday night. And, Abel, I look forward to having you on the show again. Maybe after we do our scene together.
I can't wait to be back.
Yeah. Oh, my God, people. I might just make a 2-on-1 between these ladies and myself.
Ooh,
These
I'm
things are known
down.
to happen. Have to get ready for that. Have to go to bed early that night before that when people eat my Wheaties in the morning.
We're going to lay you out.
Yeah, you know what? Stranger things have happened. But as people know, I go down fighting.
You do.
All right. For all the good people here on the Lexington Live Show, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. We know there are many options that you have, but we most definitely appreciate the time you spent with us here tonight. I'll see you next Monday on latalkradio.com. This is Lexington Steele. Peace.
Good night.
You're listening to Lexington Steele Live with Lexington Steele and Gianna Michaels. Right here on LA Talk Radio.